It was the craziest deal in entertainment. $10 a month, any movie, any theater, every single day.
Pay less than $10 a month and see a different new movie every single day if you want to, and all in the theater. So the question, is this the business plan or the wave of the future, or is it a recipe for disaster?
People thought it was a scam. Then they tried it, and it worked. At least it did for a little while. This is the story of MoviePass, the app that promised to save the movie industry and ended up torching $300 million in the process. But it's not just a story about movies. It's a story about math, about greed, about the dangers of going viral with a product that doesn't make money, and the one guy who still believes it could work, if you do it right.
The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely not.
Stacy Spikes loved movies. Not the kind of I like going to the movies love. He built his whole career around them.
Why? Because it's the best form of storytelling that human beings have ever made.
Marketing for Miramax, Sony, helping independent filmmakers get noticed. He didn't see theaters as dying, he saw them as disconnected.
We need it. The movie industry's thriving for it, and we want to bring it back to be able to help people go to movies more.
So in 2011, he pitched a simple idea. What if going to the movies worked like Netflix? One subscription, any showtime, just walk in. It was bold. It was beautiful. It made 0 sense to theaters. They refused. So Stacy hacked a solution. He gave users a prepaid debit card that could be used at any theater. No permissions needed. It was messy, it was duct taped, but it worked. By 2014, they had a small, loyal base paying $30 to $50 a month. A little high for casual moviegoers, but if you saw 3 to 4 movies a month, it paid for itself. But the numbers were tight. Even at break even, MoviePass needed more funding to grow, and investors didn't see the vision. So Stacy did what a lot of founders do when the checks stopped coming in. He took one from someone who didn't get the product, but liked the hype. Enter Mitch Lowe and Ted Farnsworth. Mitch was ex-Netflix and Redbox. Ted was a serial entrepreneur, which in this case meant he was very good at raising money and very bad at keeping it. They bought MoviePass in 2017 with the vision of monetizing the platform through data.
So much of Hollywood is guesswork, but today, understanding what people want to see and what they're going to enjoy, that allows you to make smarter decisions and then to invest more. You know, Netflix is going to spend 2 to 3 times more on content. They can do that because they know what people want.
So on day one, they dropped the price. $10 a month, 1 movie per day, unlimited access. It was the greatest deal in the history of consumer entertainment, and it broke the business instantly. MoviePass's costs were tied to full ticket prices. A single user seeing 2 movies a month, that's $20 out and $10 in. And the average user was seeing more than that. This was negative unit economics at scale. Every customer made the business worse. But Mitch and Ted didn't care because the subscriber count was exploding. 20,000 became 150,000 in days, then 1 million, then 3 million. It was a growth hacker's dream and a CFO's nightmare. Growth without strategy is like building a tower without a blueprint. Super exciting at first, but eventually it implodes.
This ruins their business model, let's face it, right?
No, this is the opposite, because we're bringing people into the theater. So AMC should be embracing this like...
But they're not.
By mid-2018, MoviePass was losing $20 million per month. Theaters hated them, studios didn't trust them, so the whole sell data as a business model failed. And internally, the team was panicking. So they started changing the rules. Unlimited got capped to 3 movies. Then they introduced peak pricing. Then they blocked major releases like Mission Impossible. Then, allegedly, they started resetting users' passwords to prevent them from logging in. This wasn't just bad ops, it was bad ethics. And it broke the one thing a subscription business needs more than anything else: trust. People didn't just unsubscribe, they turned on the company. MoviePass became a meme, then a punchline, then nothing. In 2019, it shut down. In 2020, it filed for bankruptcy, and the name that once symbolized the future of cinema was now a case study in how to burn $1 billion opportunity to the ground. Then came the twist no one expected.
Yeah, we think that it's the beginning of a comeback. The movie industry had a lull given COVID. Now you're seeing the beginning of it. It was breaking records this summer, and people want to be able to go back to the movies.
In 2021, Stacy Spikes, the original founder, bought back the rights to MoviePass for $140,000. From the outside, it looked symbolic. A founder reclaiming his business from investors who ran it into the ground. He rebuilt the app around credits, tiers, predictability. See a matinee on a Wednesday? Fewer credits. Want opening night? It'll cost more. Use your credits how you want, and if you don't, they just roll over. It's not sexy, but it's sustainable. Finally, the business model makes sense. And in 2023, for the first time ever, MoviePass turned a profit. MoviePass wasn't a bad idea. It was a good idea wrapped in bad incentives. Pushed by investors chasing vanity metrics instead of business fundamentals. It proved something important. When you remove the friction, people go to the movies more. MoviePass users doubled theater visits. That's real behavior change. That's significant value. But if your pricing loses money every time someone loves your product, you're not a disruptor, you're a delayed implosion. The new MoviePass understands that you have to prove a path to sustainability first.
It was a great idea, so much so that 50% of theaters now have a subscription service, but when we sold it, the buyers had a bad idea that $10 would work, and it didn't.
Today, it's still small, but it's working. Stacy isn't trying to go viral anymore. He's trying to make something that lasts. So what can we actually learn from the rise, fall, and reboot of MoviePass? 5 things. Starting with growth without strategy is a recipe for disaster. MoviePass went viral, but every new subscriber made the company less viable. If your unit economics are broken, more customers just means a faster death. Second, trust is everything. MoviePass's pricing pivot didn't just break the model, it broke the promise. And in subscription business, where retention is everything, that's fatal. If your users don't believe you, you've already lost. Third, disruption without alignment is self-destruction. MoviePass tried to fight theaters without the right incentives. When the industry fought back, they had no leverage, no partners, no moat, no lifeline. Fourth, few businesses can afford to monetize later. Most can't subsidize their product forever and bet that ads or data are going to save them, especially without investor buy-in. If you can't make money while delivering value, you're not a business, you're just burning runway. And finally, leadership matters. Under Farnsworth and Lowe, it was a hype machine with no brakes. Under Spikes, it's measured, transparent, and sustainable. The business didn't change, the intention behind it did. So yes, MoviePass failed, but maybe it also proved something. That people do want to go to the movies, that behavior can be changed, that the subscription model works if you respect the math and the customer. Today, MoviePass isn't a rocket ship. It's a second draft, a smaller, smarter, sustainable business. And maybe that's the real lesson here. You don't need a unicorn. You just need a model that works, a mission that matters. If you're building a company, especially a subscription company, fall in love with the customer. Then figure out how to solve it in a way that your customers can't live without. MoviePass tried to skip that part, so it blew up, and not in a good way. If you're an operator looking to build something that scales and you want to learn from both massive success and spectacular failure, subscribe. I've got more stories just like MoviePass coming your way.